Weeks of phone calls, emails, begging and sorting logistics, and then we arrive at the brilliant Blyton Park circuit to rain. Tons and tons of rain. This is made somewhat worse because many of the cars on this test have no windscreens or doors. But we're British and made of stern stuff, or so I've heard. Besides, we're here for nearly a week, and in that time we'll experience every season of the year at least 2 or 3 times. The sun even shines at least once. Unpredictable weather aside, we're in for a hell of a time. We've got mad lightweights, wildly powerful heavyweights, dedicated track and race cars mingling with hardcore road cars. In other words, the making of an amazing few days. This is our track car of the year. We love this test. So to the Glickenhaus SCG003. We didn't think it would show up, but it did for a single day, and typically it poured with rain pretty much non-stop, save for a very short spell just as the light died. We drove it in the wet and then finally on slicks, despite the temperature and the damp surface. You know the score with this car, devised and funded by Jim Glickenhaus. It's a GT3 style machine, but with aerodynamics more akin to an LMP prototype. It races in the VNN series held on the Nürburgring. And here it is at Blyton Park.
I can barely believe I'm driving this thing. Must be the coolest car in the world at the moment. And Jim Glickenhaus is just a legend in my opinion. He's built this car from scratch, races it at the Nürburgring, and we know there's a road car coming. Today we've got the race car. It's built a sort of GT3 Rex, but obviously we can't call it a GT3 car because they just can't build enough. The conditions are, I would say, treacherous. We're on slick tyres, the track's not dry, so I've got to be super careful. But I want to try and get a feel for this. I drove it in the dry already, it's damp here. Wow. So how can I describe this? Well, we've driven some GT3 cars around here, haven't we already? The McLaren 650S GT3 and the Can-Am. And it's got that amazing usability, this car as well. Doesn't like the bumps there. It's a super cool thing. Oh, gotta try and keep temperature in the tyres while I'm talking, not easy. Duck. It's so fast. In the ring it runs about 480 horsepower. But we've got a bit more than that today. They've taken the restrictor off. It feels lunatic fast, but so drivable, like these GT3 cars often are. Gearbox, amazing. Turning, brilliant. It's got a bit more stability than the McLaren, I think, on turning. It feels lighter somehow. It's running 1350 kilos. God, it's the brakes on these cars. Love ABS in these conditions. Mega downforce. Unbelievable. Considering it's damp, you just use the performance like you just can't believe. It's amazing. It's so cool.
To our huge frustration, we couldn't set a lap time on the slick tyres as the temperature dropped and the tyres just wouldn't retain their heat. Earlier in the day, in damp conditions and on intermediate tyres, it posted a 101, but sadly, we never got to find out if it could beat that McLaren 650S GT3 in the dry. However, the performance felt similar in so many ways, from the freakish braking power to the head-spinning high-speed grip and the sheer drivability of the thing. The Glickenhaus is a huge achievement and we felt incredibly lucky to drive it. When the road car does arrive, it should be something very special indeed.
Wow, this is awesome. This is proper fun.
To check out last year's Track Car of the Year test, click on the left, and for this year's Tcoty, click on the right. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this one.